Hi, everyone. Welcome back to State of the State. I'm your host, Morgan C. Mullings, and today my guest is Derek Perkinson. He is from the National Action Network, and I'm so excited to have him here. We met on Dr. King Day, and I found out that he is the National Crisis Director at the National Action Network, as well as the State Field Director, which means he oversees all of the chapters in New York State. And so we're going to talk a little bit about what National Action Network is, why it's important to local politics, and what we should be looking out for in the 2022 election. So, Derek, hi, it's good to have you on the show.
Good morning, Morgan. Thanks for having me. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, State of the State, Politics, New York. What's going on?
Tell us a little bit more about National Action Network and its role in state and national politics.
Absolutely. The National Action Network. What more can I say about us, right? The National Action Network was started 31 years ago this year by Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton. Reverend Dr. Al Sharpton was a boy preacher. At the age of 4, he took his sister's doll babies down to the basement to practice preaching. And he's just risen since then. God ordained him. So basically, he started an organization, Civil Rights Fighting for Our Rights. He's been maintaining it for 31 years, and he's given me the keys here to the city.
Yeah, and you said that in our conversations, you said that, not only do you help oversee all these, you know, chapters spread across all over New York State, but you also have a little bit of involvement in the legislative arm and some of the policy that you guys are developing, for the communities that you serve. So, Derek, tell me a little bit more about the policy that you're focused on right now.
I'm on a lot of campaigns. I try to put them in buckets. So basically, we have 3 buckets. We have criminal justice. We have what I call community issues. And we also have, of course, voting rights. So those are our pillars. Civil rights, voting rights, our staple, even nationally and locally. And I try to maintain. So we have the TAP program. We have the Clean Slate program campaign that we're on. We have the Voting Rights Act that we're on, the New York Voting Rights Act that we're trying to pass as well as some climate stuff we're trying to pass, some clean energy.
You mentioned voting rights, and I'm really glad you brought that up because we definitely want to talk to you and hopefully the Reverend Sharpton more about that, as we know that there are a couple of bills in DC that are really focused on voting rights that we want to know more about. But in the meantime, 2022 elections are coming up, especially the governor and the assembly. So, what do you think are some issues that we should keep an eye on as those campaigns get underway?
Wow, with some issues. There's a lot of things we have to keep our eye on. We have to see actually the policy, the budget. April 1st is coming, fastly approaching. This will be Castle Holthu's first budget under her regime and a lot of the new elected officials. So we want to see what is going to be prioritized in that budget and what's going to be for the people. A lot of people are still suffering. We were a part of a program to provide ERAP, emergency rental assistance, get that process started. So we helped 33,000 people that applied for that. So we know that that eviction moratorium is a big issue. She did not renew it. She did not extend it. So that is a cause of concern. And she's trying to pass the buck to the assembly. So Kathy is still a mystery. And we have to see her method of operating. And it will soon come into development or focus, I should say, because she's had time. And when you have time, then you have a record. So now we get a judge on her record, and then we'll judge the other candidates as well. We know Jamani very well. He's a very strong leader. He's very thoughtful. And we also know Tom Swazi. Swazi is outside out in Long Island. However, he has a lot of credentials, and he's done a lot in his career. So it'll be interesting. It's exciting in New York politics right now, Morgan. It's so exciting. I'm glad we're a part of this atmosphere right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a really exciting time. I'll definitely keep in touch with you. And I'm so glad you came on the show. And thank you so much for all the work that you do in the community, Derek.
Excellent. Thank you, Morgan. Thanks for having me.
All right. Thank you for tuning into State of the State. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.